The Africana here. This is the picture of the style we're going to be illustrating today. We're actually focusing on the cape. See how beautiful it is. I've always loved this style, and I'm thrilled to be illustrating it. So this is our basic dress. This is the dress that we're using, the inner dress. We have a front unfold, the back, and a sleeve there. And then this is the top we're using for the cape. This is a top pattern. You know, if you notice that there's a bust dart here. So okay, this is my top pattern now. I actually did a cut. I cut it at the waist because if you look at the dress, the dress well, you notice that the pattern the cape actually went into the waistline. So I'm keeping this aside for now. So I'm going to treat this before we look at the back. So you will notice that if you look here, if you look here at the waist, if you look at the waist here, you notice that there's a pleat here, a pleat here. You know, there's a pleat here, a pleat here. That's actually an asymmetric dart. So I'm going to rule a line here, then rule another line here. You know, I have a line here, I have a line here. This is my line got to meet my my bust dart. This line, this bust dart now, I'm going to just straight out the line and let this meet. So there's a meet here, there's a meet here, because I'm going to transfer this way, transfer this one to this way, you know. So let me quickly do that. And this is me. Then I'm closing this one off. You know, then I'm going to cut into this one like this. Don't forget, it's the cape that we're actually looking at. I'm not illustrating the dress, I'm just looking at the cape. So this is what I've done now. I've closed this dart, I've closed this other one. I've sort of transferred it to this place. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to just use them. So you see what I've done here now. I have another color of paper underneath. The thing is, if you have another color of paper down, it actually allows you to see how much you're adding to your pattern. So it doesn't in my fabric now, I'm going to actually this is going to become one when I cut out, you know. So this is me. Then I have a dart here, so the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to sort of take out this dart here. I'm going to eliminate this dart here. So I'm folding it out. I've taken out the dart here. Then here, the darts here, I've folded it in. So my dart is eliminated both ways. So my dart here is gone, my dart here is gone. You know, so since it's a cape that we're going to be dealing with, my dart here what's left has actually gone to the armhole, which becomes actually makes it more comfortable actually. So this is where I am now. I have everything down. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut out. I have somebody today holding my phone. You know, her name is Vicky. I have somebody holding my phone. Her name is Vicky.
Hi.
Saying hi. See what I did here now. I actually have a pleat. My dart has become a pleat. You know, this both darts. So this is what I have now. So if I pleat it, you see I actually sort of have it's actually covered here. So I'm going to add the other ones. So this is where we are now. I added my back pattern to this. I had sewing allowance here, half inch, so I sort of lapped it to take out the sewing allowance. Then my sleeve has gone into this is a kimono sleeve. If you remember the lecture that I gave, I'm really feeling bad that it's very possible that the people that are coming in have not been able to get the videos. I don't know. I had somebody access the videos, she couldn't. You know, I don't know, maybe we didn't do something right. I thought Telegram, you're supposed to, as soon as you come in, you're supposed to be able to access all the videos we have. Please, if you understand this more than we do, I'm really new at this internet thing, Telegram thing and all that. Just please throw more light so that we'll know what to do. We have some videos we've done. To be cool if people that are just coming in are able to access it. So this is a kimono sleeve. I'm hoping that those of you that have been here have access to the videos. You've been able to actually do the sleeves. It will help. What I have here that's advanced is this dart transfer technique. This is actually an asymmetric dart, so it's sort of a little bit advanced, but this kimono part really isn't. So I have lot of people have asked me illustrations that I've done that why do I have to do it this way. This is actually the professional way of getting a kimono sleeve. I don't know, guesswork is not, I don't like doing that. I like things sitting right, fitting right. That's why I started sewing in the first place. So sincerely, I don't like guessing it. So I have my sleeve here, which is calculated and done. I have my back pattern here. I have my front pattern here. The only thing that I have to do for this back is I'm going to sort of cut it. No, the back is longer. You look at the cape, the back is longer than the front, and the front has a little bit more attachment. So I'm going to leave the back as it is. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to add to this. I'm adding because we have to have the cape covered up, as in become as wide as it should be. This is a sleeve, but as you add to it, it becomes wider than it actually is. So I have my paper put in. I'm really thinking, is it enough? Is it enough? Because the front is slightly longer too. So let's do this first, then we can talk about the front. The back came up to the hip. This is the waist, so the hip should be around here. So I'm marking it from there, and then this sleeve now, the length of this sleeve is the length of the sleeve of the inner dress, the main dress. The main dress is it's actually up to this place, so this stops somewhere here. So that's why I'm marking it. Then the front, I'm going to come like this. I'm stopping here because I have to still add a part to this to allow it come down a bit. The back is good, the front isn't. So This is what I have. I've cut my back parts, you know, come this part of my front. If you look at the dress here, you notice the cape came this way here. Now at this point, the cape went into the side seam here. So the length of the cape is almost to the hip of this. I'm talking of this one, the front part. You know, there's a cut this way, but the front part went into the seam, so that's why this is this long. And then I have the allowance here. This is if I should fold, this is my side seam, so I have like 1 inch allowance that will go into my seam. So that's what I have now. So I'm going to sort of round it, and this is it. So see what I have here now. I have a line here. My line, it went this way to under the bust and came this way, like this, like this, like this. Is ending here. This is my zip part here. And then the down, it's I'm not seeing the back, but I'm doing what makes sense. So I'm going to have to cut it this way. So I'm cutting like this, knowing that this will enter into the zip. The zip will sit here to hold it down. It's not flying about. That's part of the beauty. It has this structured, elegant look that I love. So, and I'm going to cut through here like this, through under my bust, and this is what I have now. So this is me. Then see, now the next thing I'm doing, I'm actually cutting out the open that's at this other sleeve. See here, I have the cut is from somewhere here. It came this way. So that's what I've just marked now, and then I'm cutting it out. So I have cut out, and you see that by the time we go, this is this you see, I've cut out. And then I don't know, as I was just doing this, I was just thinking, please tell me how this will be possible if you're not a pattern maker. Okay, maybe you drape it, I don't know, I absolutely don't know. But if there's anything that I know that pattern making is the bomb. So this is what we have now. This is this. Of course, you know there's a cut here at the waist to help this go into that. And then this seam, this and this sort of would enter into the seam here. We actually have a pleat here, which is very natural. For it to stay, it has to sort of lap down, you know. I hope this makes sense. I'm actually so tempted to make this.